Alright, for the last video, the last part of my topic is actually on UIRL, or University Industrial Research Laboratory, which is under the University Laboratory Management Center. So I was more or less asked to give out some kind of introduction on some of the services that UIRL offer. So, but first, this is just so that you guys know, and some of you may know, some of you may not, because since especially those who are new to UTM, PPMU and of course UIRL is actually under the office of DVCRI, which is Research and Innovation. So, well, DVCRI is actually the ones that monitors everything pertaining research and innovation. So under DVCRI, as you can see, okay, we are here, and UIRL and also CMU, okay, whereby I'm the lead, okay, it's actually under DVCRI as well. Okay. Oh, and of course, okay, PPMU basically monitors everything on equipment and facilities management, especially pertaining to research at the faculties, or what we refer to as PTJs. So in UTM, well, all over UTM, whether in UTM JB or UTM KL, so over here probably it's just FEFSSK and also only FS, but actually it covers the one in KL as well, and Pago. So this is the organizational structure of the PPMU. So overall, so like I said, the main is actually here in UTM, okay, which is basically under the director of Prompt Library. We also have another PPMU in KL, and of course there is another basically research lab and facilities, okay, in KL also. So basically UIRL is under over here, lab and facility. So, well, probably this is in BM, so for those local, you can understand. For those who international, so I'll basically just more or less let you know, okay, on what it is about. So the labs, again, and the UIRL is actually over here. So we have 6 labs. Is it 6? Okay, yes. So we have microscopy and imaging, X-ray and thermal analysis, mass spectrometry and molecular spectrometer, chemical analysis, nuclear magnetic resonance NMR, and micro or nano fabrication. Okay, so this is actually more or less the same thing, just with the names of the staff involved. So this is a function of the overall structure of PPMU, and especially for UIRL. So you can see along the way the 4 other units under PPMU. So for UIRL, this is basically just to more or less manage the operational of labs in UIRL. So we have 6 labs, and to basically manage all the equipments in UIRL, to make a routine maintenance and also checking on all those equipments, to basically manage training, especially on labs and safety of lab staff, so to document all the, well, anything again regarding to the lab and also the equipment, QPA, and also accreditation, to of course generate money, or basically generate money through sample analysis, and of course to become, this is the aim in the long term, to become more or less a center or a unit whereby people could come and basically refer to us for something in the field that is provided. So let me go through what analysis is being basically what service that you can engage in each unit. So for microscopy and imaging unit, so they have basically more or less, well, microscopes. Okay? So the ones that is basically being the hot machine is actually the FISM, which is field emission scanning electron microscope, okay, with EDX. So this so far has generated quite a lot of money. Apart from that, also VPSAM, okay, which is variable pressure with EDX as well. So as you can see here, this is actually the lab staff, okay, and this is a student. So most of the time, okay, for a lot of samples sent to the microscopy and imaging, we require students to know what they are looking for, because you are scanning through images, and don't ask the lab staff to look it for you, because they don't know what you are looking for. You should know what you are looking for by discussing with your supervisor, or well refer to journals beforehand. Okay, so don't come empty-handed through the unit. So these are some other equipment that basically, okay, you can pay for the service, okay, such as HRTEM at 120 kV. We also have, okay, another HRTM at 200 kV with EDX. So we have ultramicrotome in case you need to prepare your sample, but of course, okay, with service before TM. We also have an ion slicer before TM, and focused ion beam scanning electron microscope SAM, okay, with EDX as well. So apart from that, yeah, the picture didn't come up. I'm not sure why. I've actually asked them and they don't know why it didn't come up. So there are a few other equipments and services that they offer. That is metallurgical microscope and also linear precision cutter plus mounting system and polisher and grinder. This is basically for preparation of your sample prior to TM or SEM. Alright, so the next lab is chemical analysis, and this is, I think, quite a lot of students engage in service for chemical analysis as well. So it is divided, okay, into a few sections, which is analytical chemistry laboratory, whereby they have all these equipments. So again, the pictures didn't come out at the top, and we don't know why. So they have flame and longitudinal ZIM and graphite furnace for AAS. So they have GCFID or with ECD. They have GCMS. They have microwave oven digester for those who wants to proceed with ICP-OES or EAS. We have ICP-OES over here. We also have CE-TOF MS and CE-DAT or CE-CCD. We also have HPLC. This is actually quite an old machine, but still good to be used. And we also have ICP triple quadruple tandem MS. But for those of you who wants to more or less analyze your sample, you need to make sure that you know your standard, especially for the mass spectrometry. For the surface science laboratory, so they offer all these analyzers such as carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and sulfur elemental analyzer, oxygen elemental analyzer, surface area and pore analyzer, and temperature program desorption, oxidation, reduction, and pulse chemisorption analyzer. So all these equipments, I would say, they, especially these two, they provide very good results analysis, and the service or price per sample doesn't come cheap. The next lab is liquid chromatography laboratory. So they have HPLC, they have UHPLC with, okay, ELSD or evaporative light scattering detector. This is actually a very high-end HPLC, and they also have an advanced electrochemical system. Alright, so the next unit is micro or nano fabrication. So over here they have a 3D printer lab, two of them actually. And this 3D thing, I'm actually not sure. I think this one, but both of them are being used. But I think this is the one that they mainly use to produce the face shield for the MCO nowadays. So UTM provided face shield, or they basically make some face shield to be used by hospitals all over Johor. So some of them comes from this lab, micro and nano fabrication. So we have lab staff coming almost every day, even on Saturday. He came actually even during the MCO throughout. So he's the one working all the time to produce all those face shield, because one face shield basically takes like around 1 hour plus to produce. So in a day, he said that mainly he makes up until 10. So he did some overtime as well. So apart from that, we also have a PCB plotter lab. So this is to print circuit board plotter, especially for those in electrical engineering. Oh, this one actually has been cut out. Okay, never mind. So we have another lab which is clean room, but it has a milder system mass aligner and also tabletop micro pattern generator. So this is basically to fabricate circuit board. Next step is NMR, or nuclear magnetic resonance. So for those of you who are familiar with NMR, you know that this is actually a very the condition of the lab has to be very sensitive. So basically it is vibration proof. So not many people could get in there. So if there is a sample, basically only one or the handler has to be in there, and they have to make sure that no noise, nothing happens, because it could interfere with the analysis. So they have the NMR from the Bruker Fourier 300. They also have a resonance magnet nucleus, and also resonance magnet nucleus from the advanced version. Now, I think this is the second last unit, X-ray and thermal analysis. So yeah, again, some of the pictures doesn't come up, so sorry about that. So they have quite a lot of equipment over here. So they have and they actually have divided the labs into different sections. So they have advanced X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy laboratory, which provide X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy. They have advanced X-ray diffraction laboratory with X-ray diffraction (XRD). They have advanced X-ray spectroscopy laboratory with small angle X-ray scattering. So if you go to this lab, it's actually quite scary because the lab is kind of like devoid of a lot of other stuff. Just the machine to make sure that during the X-ray, the analysis, everything is measured thoroughly. The next is single crystal X-ray diffraction laboratory. They basically provide X-ray diffraction analysis for you. And in an advanced optical microscope and Raman photoluminescence laboratory, they have a Raman LabRam HR Revolution. They have an Explore Plus Raman AFM. They have an AFM as well, atomic force microscopy. They also have a thermogravimetry analyzer with FTIR and also thermogravimetry analyzer with DSC. So in the last unit, in mass spectrometry and molecular spectrometer, they have divided into a few laboratories as well. Molecular spectroscopy laboratory, which provide the TCSPC fluorescence spectrophotometer. They also have a CD, or circular dichroism spectrometer. This is basically to more or less analyze two-dimensional structure protein. So they also have a UV-vis NIR spectrophotometer. They have a polarimeter. In the advanced mass spectrometry laboratory, they also have the LC-PREP machine. They have HP GCMS-MS with triple quadrupole. They also have a basically TOF and with mass spectrometer, basically a couple. They also provide TOC analysis, total organic carbon. They also have another GCMS over here. This is actually a very high-end GCMS. They also have HP LCMS-MS. This is using tandem mesh, but not similar with another one from another unit. And they also have HP LCMS-MS QTOF. So these machines can have different analyzer. And I think probably this is the last section in this unit. So they have particle size analyzer laboratory to provide nanoparticle size analyzer with zeta potential. So if you are interested in any one of these services, just look up or Google up UIRL or PPMU and you will be brought to the interface, you can just look into these laboratories and find out on the charge of the services. So basically, to engage in a service, students are encouraged to have a log card. Well, your supervisor can either pay using the grant money or they can pay by cash, either way. But usually it is by the log card, whereby the service charge will be deducted by the log card. You just need to bring the log card every time. Okay? So all these labs and equipments basically are situated in PPMU in TO3, just next door to us, but students are not allowed to go in just like that. So usually with permission, and only those involved with spectrometry or spectroscopy are allowed to go in, because well, you know what you're looking for. And most of the time you need to fix a time, come to an agreement with the staff on the time that is convenient for both of you. So some of this machine is basically has lots of users, lots of people actually engage in the service, and we basically provide the services not only to UTM students but from companies outside of UTM as well, so people outside of UTM. So lots of companies around Johor actually send their samples to UIRL to be processed and basically to be analyzed as well. Alright, so I think, like I said, if you're interested, okay, go to the PPMU website and go into each and every one of this unit to know on the service charge. Just for your knowledge, they do give a discount if you want to ask for a discount, but usually discount is only for the services of 1,000 ringgit, RM 1,000 and above. Anything below 1,000, they actually won't consider. And if you were to ask me how much of a discount you could get, maximum is 15%. Doesn't seem quite a lot, but over a period of time, it's actually, well, could save you some money. Alright, so if you have any questions, like I said, in the topic section, I will open up a Google meeting. That would be an online live interaction with us, so at around 10 a.m. So without for that, I will actually give you the link, and those of you interested, you can go to the link. Or if you're not interested but you just want to more or less just wanted to know more on some of the topics that I've discussed, you are welcome to join. So don't forget to scan your attendance, which will be popping up on your screen in e-learning, probably between 9 to 11. Okay, see you then.